University.
Pour it hot, pull it close. Sun's already on the porch. You've been working twice as hard for something you already got. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. Friends are coming through the door. Wheels are spinning on the floor. We don't know what we don't know. That's the only way to grow. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. What you're looking for is in your hand, been there all along. Pour another cup and pull a chair. Sing along. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. Hey! Hey!
Good morning, HubSpot Nation. Welcome to another orange morning. It is Thursday, July 30th, 2026. Here with Casey and Trisha. How's it going?
Good morning. Happy to be back.
So happy
Did
you're
miss
back.
you yesterday. Did.
Mhm.
Zach and I had some fun, though.
Yeah. I know you guys went through some of the updates yesterday. There's one update in particular that it's always funny when this happens, when there's an update that solves something. Like, I did something yesterday that one of the updates I think would have definitely made a lot easier, which was the dashboard color themes. Which is in private beta, so it's possible I wouldn't have but I probably would have waited, I guess. But I went through a dashboard and updated all the reports to use my brand colors instead of, which I think that update I could have just done it at the dashboard level instead of the report level, right?
That's amazing. I was asking Breeze about that 3 weeks ago. I'm like, come on, I can't do this yet? Really?
I bet that led to this update, Trisha. Give them 3 to 6 months before what I just said is real. Like having conversations with Breeze and just watching the portal turns into updates. Yep, all of the colors. See, while they minimize, and maybe this is why they went to gray mode on the outside, so that there wasn't consistent clashing with whatever colors you want to put anywhere in HubSpot. Not everything goes very well with orange. So, yeah, let's dive in because I think and if you got it up, the Discover tab looks different now.
It does.
Is that new today?
Oh, I didn't do my part. Sorry. I was like, yeah, Chris, I don't know why you're not adding it to.
I know it's been a little bit since you've been on the show. You're in charge of the initial screen sharing, and then I inevitably, steal it from you at some point.
I really was like, yeah, Chris, I have it up. It's
Yeah, top trending betas this week, including number of enrollments.
That's interesting.
Right.
Mhm.
Um, so now it's basically just remember to come to this page, folks. Like, just come to this area. Like, it's easier than ever to keep up if you really want to keep up.
Mhm. Um, the number is interesting to me. I also like how it's like a very specific number and then says plus. Like
Yeah.
usually,
It's not that
usually you
that's the
see.
one that you clicked on. I'm like, is this just another way they're trying to get some people to update to the new theme before they're surprised at the end of August?
Yeah, I did have a client this week talking about the new theme, and she specifically was said she opted in because she knows when this just gets rolled out, her team is going to have a lot of questions, so she is trying to get ahead of it. So I would recommend doing the same if you're watching this show, get ahead of it, and then once it drops and your team members have lots of questions, you'll already be kind of used to it.
Yeah, I do like it from that perspective. Like the uncertainty of, so a lot of other people doing this. So just hit the button already. Don't wait for it to be forced on you. Um, that extra context, I think, is helpful. The second one's interesting. 6,500 plus in the Breeze Builder, or Breeze Assistant building in Agent Builder. So we're
Yeah,
going to take
that's
that to mean that this Agent Hub launch is going well.
yeah, and this gets like when you're in Agent Hub, you get prompted to like opt into some betas, this one in particular, which we've talked about this I think offline. I don't know if we have actually talked about this online, but I feel like HubSpot's been doing a much better job at making betas visible within the product itself, which obviously we read the updates every day, but for most people, they don't even know that these updates exist. I mean, so many of the conversations I have with teams are like, "Oh yeah, this beta came out, and so this will be a good solution for what you're looking for. We can use this, blah blah blah." Um, so having it like in the product, I think is a great upgrade.
Distinguish for me, please.
Mhm.
Is this so Agent Builder came out last week. I did stuff in it. I went to the, like the Agent Builder console that you get to
Mhm.
from Agent Builder,
Mhm.
type stuff into it. This is different or it's the same?
It's the same.
Okay.
So I think the
Right?
missing word is Agent Hub came
Mhm.
out last week.
Yeah.
And then as a part of that process, they got you signed up to the Agent Builder beta.
Okay. I'm
So
a big
that
fan. I'm a big fan already.
Yeah,
yeah,
so, like, if you're not opted in, this is what it kind of looks like, um, rather than just being like, you don't have access or, like, previously, you just, like, wouldn't have this tab on at all, and you would just only if you knew could you join the beta, but now we can join, from here.
yeah. And I figured out why I don't have the context yet. It relates to having the partner assistant activated, which pretty sure I did not activate myself. So I'm still looking for that custom context
Mhm.
area to be available. I think back to like the trending and the numbers, I just want to trust it and know that it's not HubSpot deciding that it wants to push this,
Mhm.
right? Because like when the trending and first and like major updates came out, I think Kyle explained at some point what major update was based on, but like trending, like if you have numbers for those, like, let's see the numbers for the other updates, and then just share the whole story, please. Let's click over to all updates.
All right.
There's 10 yesterday. There's 9 more today. I did, like I try to do whenever you're not here, talk about scoring. So we talked about discover and score high impact events with AI powered.
Okay, you talked about that yesterday, so they just had a what's changed. Oh, yeah, they have a so it says from yesterday they just changed the update to have the product managers link for testing.
Yeah. I don't remember the meet with the product manager button being there. But it's a good conversation right now, I think, because there's all these moments, and we talked about this. By the way, if anybody has questions or is interested in more information on Agent Hub, we had Davis and Becca on the show on Monday. Recommend checking that out if you want to understand like strategic thinking around it. We didn't demo it very much. We'll be doing another unboxing with them soon. But these moments where, like, if it says add to score, if you open up that the screenshot, like, can we just have like a plan with Breeze link there as well? Zach and I talked about, because so much happens like when you click add to score, and then you realize that it's not perfect, and then it creates a lot of work to try and make it so it's good. How much of that could be handled in a conversation with Breeze, like before hitting that button?
Yeah, and one thing I brought up to Melody, the product manager, when she demoed this for me was these like suggested points, and I may have even talked about this on the show before too. Like to say something's 12 points, 14 points, 10, like that doesn't mean anything to me. Like I think there is some, to your point, like with the plan with Breeze, it depends on what your like total
what the
score
other
is.
points are. Yeah.
What the other points are. Like, are you doing a 100-point score, or are you doing a 10,000 point score? That changes a lot on like what these points mean. But even more than that, I don't really care if you're doing a 10,000 point score, because for most organizations, the max score doesn't really matter. It's whatever their like threshold score is. And that is often not the max score. Sometimes it could be, but often it's not. So less so that I care about your like total score. It's more, I think, to do this well, you need to know like we are intending to pass leads over to sales when they hit a score of 50. And then that kind of changes what all of these should be. So.
Yep. Baby steps. I do think that's when lead scoring will actually be great for most people, is when the humans aren't deciding what the score should be. And Breeze is helping with that, but it's just an easy trap right now to like, oh, that sounds like a good idea. And then you have to clean up in some way. So,
as with so many things, the thing that's missing for me here is context. I can't approve this in isolation.
Right. Let's see if we got anything on the list today that we can approve in isolation.
Did you cover all the 29th ones yesterday?
Oh, certainly not. Certainly not.
Okay.
We got through a few. We dove deep on customer agent. Talked a little bit about that. And then even deeper on the revenue. Um, the It was the
Do they not
revenue
have it?
agent.
Revenue agent.
Talked about invoicing. Man, it's so long ago.
So
I can't remember right now. Either that, or I'm just like, at this point, apparently, I want every conversation to be about, invoicing and accounting teams working in
that's so
HubSpot,
long ago.
because that's where we got to. Um, but yeah, I'm interested in the campaign API, cloning and asset type endpoints. What is it? The campaign public API now supports cloning and asset type listing. 4 new endpoints give developers full control over campaign management outside the HubSpot app. We have list asset types, so we can retrieve all asset types available to associate to a campaign, including custom objects. We can clone a campaign and its associated assets by providing a campaign GUID, a new name, and the assets to replicate. We can list clonable assets to see all assets eligible to clone within a specific campaign. And cloning status. Check the status of an in progress cloning operation.
Why does this matter? The campaign API previously couldn't match what users could do in app. Developers had to jump between docs, portals, and endpoints just to retrieve data and make requests. These endpoints close that gap, enabling end to end campaign management workflows without ever leaving the API. I have for all of time not been that interested in API product updates. It's just never been something I've been very
Same.
good with or anything like that. I don't know what to do with these for all of mankind. However, I acknowledge that now that we have AI connectors and MCP connectors, like I read these API updates differently now, because when I read this, I'm like, oh, okay, what that actually means is that AI can now do this for me if I have it connected.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I just shared this in our another Orange Morning Slack channel because I've been working with Madeline to get her activated. And that's where like her and all 3 of us, like 4 new endpoints give developers full control. Okay, that's not me. I'm not a developer. So this update, let's let that go. Oh, wait, we work with Cloud Code now. And I mentioned to her on Tuesday as I was helping her get set up, like that flow, and wherever it decides to go wrong or be glitchy, which it always does. Like every word on the screen, every environment is like, what the hell are you doing here? You're not a developer. Like is what it feels like. Right. So know that, if you're still not activated, know that if this is like public API, I think relates a lot to what Breeze can do a lot of times, Breeze Assistant. So that might be interesting for you. But yeah, these words like give developers full control is technically correct, but a lot of people don't identify as developers. So we'll get more inclusive eventually, I'm sure. But yeah, interesting, like cloning status, check the status of an in progress cloning operation, which to me says that maybe cloning takes a while.
Yeah.
And is that really like, how deep does that go? Clone a campaign and its associated assets. Like there's 28 different types of assets that can be cloned. or that can be associated with campaigns, how many of those are clonable? And is it to the level of like, last quarter's campaign, like all emails, all like everything?
Well, when I think of just what it takes to run a webinar,
I was thinking webinar too.
this is like
Yeah,
like
right?
clone last week's webinar. We're going to do another one in September. This feels really nice.
Yeah, like it makes sense for why it hasn't been available yet. But now that it is, it's like, wow, how many how many could you do? And like the whole idea of campaign templates, like all this is the kind of stuff that would happen in spreadsheets or other surfaces where you're just like, all right, another one of those, clone it. Maybe you're doing this in project management, like too. But now you can do it in the same place where the asset actually is and do the asset itself instead of just making a new list of checkboxes outside of HubSpot. Super powerful. I never thought I'd be so excited about campaigns ever in my life.
I've never been excited about campaigns ever. And you know how there's people who have an eye for beauty, a like natural sense for like what looks good on a plate, that kind of thing. Chris, like you have this gift for looking at the updates and finding the one that I'm going to think is the most exciting. When I look at it, I'm like, why would I want to, I don't care about that one.
And now you're so excited.
Now I'm so excited. How do you do
that? I never stop connecting dots. And it comes from like the first year I was a consultant. I was in Sprocketeer and just addicted to talking to people about how they think about HubSpot, how they use HubSpot, and like what business they're in, and those like use cases across the board, while also having been a marketing leader in orgs. Like all of these like campaigns and like event management and quote to cash stuff, like prior to this year, in my opinion, not really been solved for very well by SaaS at all, right? And now HubSpot is bringing it all together, including the stuff they've done here to make it easier to align with Salesforce, campaigns after 15 years of that being a pain in everybody's ass. So, yeah, I like connecting the dots for folks, for sure. Which one on the list did you get excited about if it wasn't this one?
Truly, like none of them today. I'm more excited by some of the ones in July 29th. Today, I'm like, maybe because it's a major update, we should look at the homepage update.
That was the one
But I'm not excited by it. I think I saw a preview of what this was about. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, there's something happening in HubSpot right now. We did talk about it yesterday because there's a starter update. Like, what's going on with starter? And it was basically like a read between the lines. This is what's going on with HubSpot update. But this new HubSpot homepage, what is it? For new customers, HubSpot Home is your daily anchor, a personalized surface that transforms signals from across HubSpot into a few focused actions that influence your business outcomes. It gives you a prioritized view of what's most important in your work each day, so you always know where to start and what to do next. What a world that would be. For existing customers, HubSpot Home is getting a new feed layout. The redesigned experience replaces the current widget-based home with a dynamic daily brief, feed, and sidebar, giving you a prioritized, actionable view of your day. Existing home users can join this beta and will see their experience shift over. You must be on HubSpot's new theme to get this update, with a nice, easy link to the other theme update that they would love everybody to just hit that button as soon as possible. And this update replaces the old global home.
Why does this matter? Users are working across multiple tabs and tools to piece together what matters most each day. The new feed layout consolidates meetings, tasks, prospecting agent, and activity feed into a single impact prioritized feed, reducing decision fatigue and helping users start their day efficiently and take the next best action without navigating away from home. The next best action, I know, Chris, this is something I've heard you talk about a lot, and I think that's what you have said, that all anyone wants out of AI is to tell me what should I do next. And I totally agree. Like I have a calendar full of meetings, and if I have 30 minutes between meetings, I have learned I can't do anything with 30 minutes between meetings. Like it is going to take me 20 minutes to even like get situated, and then deciding what to do from there is just like truly impossible for me. So I feel that pain like to my core. So the promise of having this living in HubSpot, although I know like it wouldn't work for my workflow, I do think for
if you're in sales,
if I was in, yes, exactly. If you're in sales, even if you're running your entire marketing department out of HubSpot, like I think there are so many humans this does work well for. I just don't work in a single HubSpot instance. So
yeah, I feel your pain. That's my like priority solo vibe coding project, is to figure out how to get at that. But yeah, if you're running your whole org in a single portal, whatever team you're on, I think this could make sense and provide value to you. I look at the homepage. I've never looked at the HubSpot homepage.
Yeah, if only you had access to a repo that was like had like 90% of that solo coding project done for you, that would be something.
If only.
Yeah, I was going to suggest.
No, this isn't the new one. I joined it.
I've been refreshing ever since you joined it. Oh, you're in the demo.
Right.
But this is another example of what I'm liking. Sorry, keep going, Chris.
Yeah, I was going to recommend going to the starter. Like if you find the starter update, there's a good screenshot.
So the starter update is not in the demo portal. I know this because I looked for it yesterday after the show. And I think I'm a big starter fan. I like starter portals. So I was very excited, and then I didn't see it in the demo portal, so I had to go hunting for it.
Since the demo portal doesn't have that, as it's fully unlocked at enterprise level. Yeah, the first full screen screenshot is what I expect to be the new homepage for everybody. And again, if you have all your contacts in HubSpot, this is going to be the best thing ever.
I mean, this looks amazing. I mean,
right.
Like if I could just log in and have this, like, yeah, that's game changing.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put a link in the private chat. Because like shout out to the folks at BabbleQuest who are doing a talk at Unbound, like the decision engine, right? That's what you can do this now, where it's like if Casey chose to make more decisions inside of those 30 minutes, it would require an easy button to click on that you could spend 30 seconds looking around, understanding the context around it, knowing, yeah, I want to click on that button, and then knowing exactly what's going to happen when you click the button, and have that like, 3 to 5 times. Like that's what it's going to take. And that's what people create for themselves some way, somehow, whether it's their phone, they're looking at, their calendar, or a lot of times that's your email inbox, like how you manage it. It's in the place wherever they're comfortable, like having that context. And it's really hard to, I think, beat out the inbox systems and your phone, where it's like you can look at a text, you can look at like all of that context is just really like one click away. But this is really cool. The other thing I wanted to note from the starter update that I'm curious for your take on is the fact that you now have access to full analytics suites for marketing, sales, and service at the starter level.
Like what?
Oh, I see. That's a different one.
So let's scroll down.
Oh, the analytics suite. Okay.
Is this it?
I mean, it was in the other one too, but this one works. I didn't know.
This one works fine.
I mean, I guess that's June 8th. I guess that's old news. Who am I?
But yeah, so that is a pretty big change. That has been a pain point for the teams that I use Starter. We're kind of working around, and so I love a Starter portal. I think there's so much available in Starter for such a low price, and I have worked with a few different teams. Like my favorite projects are like, okay, how can we push your Starter portal to the limit before we go ahead and upgrade? Because it's not a secret that when you upgrade from Starter to Professional, like there is a decent price bump with that. And so having these analytics tools inside of Starter portals is going to help teams kind of be able to kind of get more out of it, because once people start looking at that price tag for a Professional subscription from Starter, they start looking at other options. Like I've worked with plenty of teams where they've been like, we need reporting. What do you mean? We have all this stuff and we don't have reporting. And now you're telling me I have to like have a pretty significant price increase just to get what feels like basic reporting. And then, they start looking at different systems.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see this kind of get added in.
Yeah. And this is the kind of thing, like, it's been coming for a while. And even if you don't dig in, it helps to understand like what kind of contracts you're getting yourself into and what you should be paying for, in terms of like, if you're going to invest in a tool like a HubSpot, like this is not like, this should be easier. And AI is making it easier. And the reason that HubSpot has no choice but to like not rely on, I think, revenue, and like, because it was either reporting or automation has always been like, that's what takes you up to Professional, right? Now we can go ask Breeze to make any report that we want, right? And we don't need to go over into the report builder a lot of times. And sometimes it's better, right? So if I can do that with Breeze, or if I'm taking the data out very, very easily and doing it with Claude and GPT and whoever else, I don't like, sure, it's cool that I can color code all my reports and do dashboards and all that stuff in HubSpot, but I absolutely do not need to anymore. You've made it very easy for me not to, right? So not surprising to see this come down to the starter level.
Yeah.
And like the other thing, as I'm just talking through it out loud, like it's not like this, it's a different value proposition versus all the things that require credits,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So really at least interesting for me to think about like how they might be thinking about what the value is of the platform, and like
Mhm.
where to make it easy and where to like assign the value of, like, if you're going to start doing things through credits, that means stuff like this is inherently a different level of value like than it used to be. So
Mhm.
they shouldn't lock it away.
I agree, and, I really am also a big fan of the analytics suite for your, like, to your earlier point around, like, they're easy to use reports that come out of the box, and I find especially teams using Starter, they're not super savvy on everything. HubSpot or all of, you know, all that can go into, like, report building. So to have these kind of easily available, is such a value add. And a really good fit for starter teams, really, because once you have an enterprise subscription, sometimes these out of the box reports don't work as well because they need something they need something else. They need something custom.
Or you could just save yourself all the trouble and just ask Breeze. Whatever the question is, like Breeze can answer it. They're the same in terms of being able to answer your question is still based on how good your data and context is like underneath,
Mhm.
right? So
Mhm.
the vibe that I got from the starter update is making it easier some way to understand the complexity of like, just because it's starter or free HubSpot, like
Mhm.
that's been the issue, is like, man, all these objects, like, is it a property or is it an association? Like understanding the complexity, like
Mhm.
it's still there, right? So
Alright. Well,
what else is on our list today?
let's see. Do. So, obviously see? Look at me. That's why I did it. This looks like a Carolan update if I've ever seen one.
I would agree with that. And of course, the the portal that actually uses custom signals is not showing it to me right now. So on your screen, I can read it if you would allow. If you can just scroll down a little bit for me.
Well, should you read the title first?
All right. Prospecting agent gets smarter. Buying signals and contact sourcing. We do this every day, folks. Okay. You know what we're doing.
We know some people only listen, and you're like,
What
you
is it?
got too
Good
much.
point. Good point.
Prospecting agent has evolved to become an end-to-end outbound agent, enabling sales organizations to automatically identify in-market companies based on real-world triggers and instantly source the right contacts via third-party integrations. With this update, Prospecting Agent can detect companies that match key buying signals like growth, hiring, funding, or intent, automatically identify and source relevant contacts at those companies from within the CRM or through third-party integrations, and generate and enroll contacts in personalized email outreach and calling tasks.
Why does it matter? Sales reps currently spend significant time manually building account lists, finding contacts, and researching companies before they even begin outreach. This manual process lacks intent and often leads to engagement with prospects when timing isn't right or produces generic outreach that doesn't resonate. Prospecting Agent addresses this by automatically identifying companies showing buying signals, sourcing contacts, and generating personalized outreach so reps can engage buyers at the right time without any manual research. I am meeting with a client today to chat a little bit about Prospecting Agent, and I feel like I'm going to definitely show them this and see if it's available in their portal. But a very cool.
Yep. I'm wondering if it's, yeah, that's why I'm not seeing it, because I don't have Sales Pro or Enterprise. Still got it. Is it one agent left? I guess Revenue Agent is also tied to a seat. Yeah. Like we mentioned, or maybe I was talking to Davis after the show on Monday. It's like this world where we're in this agent builder. If we start running into like, oh, you don't have that hub yet blocks, that's not going to be fun for anybody who thinks, well, I just paid for a bunch of credits so that I can use this, and now I need seats too. But if this is your thing, which I know for most sales organizations, automating outreach is, I was not a huge fan of Prospecting Agent until this update, right? We needed it to be smarter. Like, and it can now do the thing that is very, very challenging for humans, which is pay attention to the landscape via signals and then like reach out at the most relevant time, right? Because even though the data is coming into HubSpot with intent signals, marketing teams have to then transfer that information to a salesperson, and like even the best teams have challenges getting like turning that around in 5 minutes. Right now you can set up this agent to do that, and it will be very, very powerful when done well.
Well, yeah, my call right after this, I think I'll be showing myself there because I'm excited to see how this can kind of elevate our outreaches. I had a conversation just yesterday about lead scoring and the team not knowing how to having trouble following up with those leads, and most of their emails were basically, hello, I saw that you were on our website looking at our lead scoring resources, so I am now reaching out to you.
And there's multiple BDR type salespeople I follow that regularly post the outreach that other badly employed AI solutions to outreach, or even like human generated, that's just bad. And we all need a little less bad cold outreach. Boy, do we need that. And if this makes it better, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
It only makes it better if you put the work in to set it up well, right? Like understand which signals matter to you, then tell the agent which signals matter to you, right? One of my favorite clients right now is doing that work. And, yesterday we had a call, like after we've done the work to get marketing aligned with sales and in the same room talking about it, right? They just did a list of 10, right? And 4 out of 10 got responses. Like a lot of companies doing this kind of work, they're happy with 4 out of 100, right? Responding to cold email. And they know that like, so that they're ecstatic about 4 out of 10, because that's way better. And it's because they put the time in to figure out which signals matter and then understand context around that, and then, reached out, right? Prospecting agent can now do the same thing for you, but you still have to put in that work to tell it like what's valuable and who you want to reach out to. So very cool. And that's where we'll wrap for today. Everybody have a great rest of your Thursday, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.